I'm going to stretch you out by the length of the aisle just so that when music plays and all of that, you kind of have a little bit of time for that to actually happen. And when you get to the very front, just do a head bow and then go off to your different places. And I'll explain as we move each piece where you guys are going to be standing and sitting and all of that. So Bruce, you were the first one. So you're going to come up and go down, and when you get to that first aisle, just do a little head bow and then step up onto that second step.
Okay, I have a question. Where is Father? Is he already up there?
I have never done a wedding with him before, so I'm not sure if he's going to be right in front of you or if he'll have come in and done that. So either way, he'll either be in front of you or he'll come in from the side.
Okay.
So basically, just wait for my cue to tell you to come up. I'll be here, or I'll literally just say it's time to go, and then.
Okay.
So if Father did go, he'll go up, he'll reverence it, and then I'll say go ahead and go, and then.
This is right in order.
We're not.
Yeah.
No, he just goes up there by himself.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. And then just bow and a slight turn.
So we don't have to do
this. And then you can turn around and walk it. Perfect. All right, and then you two will come up together. If you want to offer your arm towards them, and will there be bouquets and all of that? Will you be holding a bouquet?
I'll have like a pinned corsage.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. Great, so when you guys go up, get to the front, do a little head bow, and then you guys are going to step up pretty on center onto that first step. So you're going to create a little bit of a tier. So about right here. Yep. And then
First step?
over here. Yes. Perfect.
Over here.
Yes. Perfect. Yep.
And I turn around.
Yep. Okay. And then at this point, I'll say, please rise. The whole congregation will stand. We have a different song for you. Is that correct? Or do you want everybody walking up to Canon and D? I think that's what it was, right?
Yes, that should be right.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And so everyone will walk
So
up
there's
to
an
Canon and D.
opening song while people are getting seated.
Perfect.
Then there's,
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
So I'll say, please rise. The congregation will stand, and then you guys will walk in. Will you have done a first look, or is this the first look?
This is the first look.
Perfect. So we'll probably have you outside, kind of around the corner. Bruce will be in here, then we'll have you guys come around the corner. That way.
Both of us, or just me?
Yeah. I mean, he can meet you here. Either way is fine.
Okay.
But especially if there's anything on the dress or whatever that you might need a little bit of help, it might be good to. It might be good to just speak with her and you can bring her in.
So if I'm at the coffee shop in the bride's room, when do I know to allow myself enough time? Because it's a really full dress to get here.
Perfect. I am gonna come down at 9:50.
Okay.
I'll make sure Bruce is in here already, and then I'll tell you to come down.
Okay.
So that'll give you 10 minutes to get down here and get situated. But we'll make sure Bruce stays in here. So then we'll have you outside, and then once I send him up, we'll be like, all right, you can come, and then you can stand at the door even and just wait.
Okay. Golf cart or anything like that for us?
We don't. If you do have a car that you want to get into to drive down, you can also do that.
I could do that for you.
No, I'm good. I think the pictures of me coming down will be.
Okay.
Oh, they're beautiful. They're amazing every time. I
Yeah.
love those pictures a
Yeah.
lot. So
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Perfect.
So
All right,
then
so
we're
if you
outside and now we've come in.
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
If you want to offer your arm, and then Keely, just grab it. Yep, perfect. And then you guys can walk forward. I'm assuming you'll have a bouquet,
Yes.
Okay. So you can.
All right.
We'll just remember that. Yep. So everyone will stand, and then you guys pause right there. I'm assuming since it's a big dress, I'll have something to fluff. So I'll take care of that, and then I'll say, go ahead.
Bruce should
and
be
then you guys
smiling
can
at
start
this
walking.
point.
Yes, smiling.
Big smile,
Everybody's
Bruce.
smiling.
All right, and then stop out
Everybody
there.
should be smiling.
Bruce, you're gonna come down and meet them.
I'm used to this.
Maybe you can maybe your best part of have her a kiss, or tell them to go away, or and then Bruce, you're going to take her hand and lead her up to that second step again, and then you can just look up into you. Awesome. And then, so Father will already come up. Look like the beginning of Mass for like 2 seconds, and then So Bruce, you'll sit in the back, and then Keely, you'll sit in the front, and that'll be
Up here?
Yeah. Up here onto the side.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
And this is the way to go.
Yes. And then so when they sit, there'll be space for computers and things like that. And then you'll come back and sit down in these seats, so you can sit down there.
So we just step down, and then I'll sit next to the
Yep. Awesome. And then do I have my readers here? No. Okay. Perfect. So we'll have first reading, second reading. I'll just make sure their names are in here so Father can call them.
Okay.
For the right moment, and then I can go on the reading. And then after the readings, Father will read the gospel. So that's everybody to please rise with the gospel, and then he'll have everyone sit and go through the homily. And after the homily comes the mass. So at that point, he'll probably take a moment to just like pause, reflect, that kind of thing, and then he'll call you guys forward for that. So it's a little tricky with the humor. Bruce, you're going to come around, you're going to stand up, and then you guys can hold hands. But Keely, I want you to do a little bit of a like half circle around, just so that you don't turn on your dress or anything like that.
So show me what a half circle around looks like.
So if you're there, you're going to stand up. Yeah, that's just going to go around the front. Yes, and then you can take your hand. So if you're holding his hand, you're kind of going to like mostly step down so there's no problem the dress kind of follows you. And then you can come around and like stand like this. And then hopefully your dress kind of follows you. And then you can also flip the dress at that point as well.
So I stand over here.
Yeah. Perfect. And then this is about the center, and then the photographer would probably want to get a picture down the aisle. So if you guys would come a little closer, that will help them kind of get that right angle. Perfect. And then there will be a few questions before the consent. So they'll say, "Dearly beloved, we have come together into the house of the church, so that in the presence of the church is ministered in the community. Your intention to enter into marriage may be strengthened by the Lord for the sake of Christ abundantly blesses the Lord Almighty. Through a special sacrament, he enriches and strengthens those he has already consecrated by holy baptisms, that they may be faithful to each other forever, and assume all the responsibilities of married life. And so in the presence of the church, I ask you to state your intentions." So now there's 3 sets of questions, and it's I have, I am, I am. So he'll say, actually I think it's 2 questions. So it's I have, I am. So just listen carefully, and if you forget to talk about this will to you as well.
Okay.
So we'll say, Bruce and Keely, have you come here to enter into marriage without coercion, freely and willingly? Are you prepared as you follow the path of marriage to love and honor each other for as long as you both shall live? I am. Yeah. Are you prepared? I am. Okay. Yeah. So if you really forget, you get really start to say yes. That's good. Okay. So then he'll say, since it is your intention to enter the covenant of holy matrimony, join your right hands and prepare your consent before God and His church. There you go. And if you want to take your left hands and cradle it in either way, it kind of helps because the right hand can look a little funny by itself, you know. So if you can help. Well, if you start dancing, Father might tell you to stop if you want to get married. So you have to be careful what you do tomorrow. And then he'll feed you the lines. I think. Have you guys talked about it with him at all?
He just said, "Do you want to read the lines or do you want to copy after me?" I said, "I want to copy after you."
Perfect. Okay. So then he will say a line, and you'll say it, part of a line or something like that. So we'll go through those with you. Bruce, it starts with you. So you say, "I, Bruce, take my wife, and then on, and then I take Bruce." And then after that, he receives it on behalf of the church, and he says, "May the Lord in His kindness, strength, and consent you have declared before the church, and graciously bring to fulfillment His blessing within you. What God joins together, let no one put asunder." And then he'll say, "Let us bless the Lord." And the congregation says, "Thanks be to God." The congregation may or may not say that, but it'll also be that too. So, okay. And then after that, we have the rings. So, that's there. You're gonna have the rings. Perfect. Yes. That it does make it easier because the space is so small. If you have both, let me know if you're bride or dress or anything like that. I did forget when they come for the consent, you guys soon as you've got the ring. Yeah, so as soon as you've got the ring, you'll start with Keeli received this ring. As a sign of my love and fidelity. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. And then once it's on, also sometimes people's fingers swell when they get up to 9,000 feet. So if you can't get the ring on all the way, just like pause and then you can finish, working on or anything like that. Just so you guys don't hurt each other, because you never know. You never know what will happen. So yeah, don't struggle. And then Keely, you'll take his ring. So Father will just hold it out to you, and then you will say, Bruce, receive this ring. Bruce, receive this ring as a sign of my love and fidelity. As a sign of my love and fidelity. The Father, the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And the Holy Spirit. Perfect. It's okay. And then after that, we go into the universal prayer. I know you had some special intentions. Do you have the intentions written out, or do you want me to just add things that needs to be added?
So I think I sent you an email, Bruce Faithful, this is what you're speaking of?
Yeah, so you sent me the whole form, and I saw that you had particular people you wanted to be ready for.
Yeah.
But I didn't have a full list of the actual prayers. Do you have that written out?
The actual prayers.
So my
Sean just said it was just names of the
okay, so then I wasn't certain, that's perfect. I wasn't certain what to put up there, so I wanted to be sure that that's what was, because for the rose, the soul, and the
Yes.
and all that. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And then Sherry's reading that, right?
Sherry's reading it. Yeah.
Okay, great. So you guys will probably remain here. Father might invite you to go back to your seats on this. If you guys to go back there, please, so that she can read, and then she'll sit down, and then we will have you guys go sit down for the rest of the class.
So when they sit down, we can sit back down.
Yes.
Okay. But if she's reading, we stand. We stay standing.
Yeah, you might see us standing here. This is where Father will just direct you as to where he wants you.
Okay.
Because usually you'll stay here for the prayers.
Okay.
And then faithful, but sometimes Father's just like, okay, great, you're done with the wedding part. We'll see you.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, we'll just take the whole pattern back. Yes. Yep. Perfect. So at this point, no matter if it's before or after the universal prayer, we will ask you guys to go and sit down.
Okay. So this will be where we're sitting, not here.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's
Yes.
these benches that will be.
Yeah, it's first two. This very, these very first two.
No one ever does sit there because they know that the wedding party is supposed to be there.
Okay.
So that one's really easy because everyone's like, don't sit there.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we have reserve signs anyways.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That'll be great. It'll make it obvious, but
Yeah.
people are also like, wedding party, and sit there,
Right.
I'll get out.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you guys, we rows, so there are healers, which makes it kind of difficult. So if you guys want to just sit through the prayers.
I can't use it.
Yeah, perfect. So yeah, awesome. And then in terms of communion, usually we do have a guest serving coffee that you can order some communion. Perfect.
Yesterday, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I always put in like a few extra, but that also gives me a good feel for like, if we had like 100 people receiving, communion can be really, like, I don't know, I'd be very strict about how we're going to do communion.
Yeah.
Since it's 50 to 20, it's like, well, even if it takes a little time, it's fine, you know,
Yeah.
having music playing, that kind of thing.
Right.
But usually what we do is since we don't have the side aisles, I just ask this side to go first.
Yeah.
And then this side, and I'll give them to Father as well. So this side goes forward first. Once this whole side is done, then the last side to go forward.
Yeah, okay, and then the front row, which lady would just get up and walk right here.
Yes.
And then just walk out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So nice and simple, but we do have to do one side and the other just so that we don't end up having this whole line of it knows where to go.
Right.
So, and I'll make sure Father knows that. I'm sure most priests in the Archdiocese have been up here at some point in their life, so they know, what the role is and everything, but I'll just make sure it's good with that.
Okay.
And then are you guys doing Father's to Mary? Because I know you have an after communion that was not made for yet, but I didn't know if you wanted to specifically offer Father's to Mary or just have it like, perfect. Okay, lovely. So basically what will happen then is people will receive communion, will have the communion playing, then I'll have them switch, they'll go to the Ave Maria, Father will wrap up the altar, everything way, and then all you guys will work together. So you'll have been there, sitting there, kneeling there, pretty much through the whole time, even communion, will just be over there. Then we'll call you guys back again. We'll stand here, we'll say, they'll give the 3-part blessing. So there's 3 prayers, we'll pray that over you, the response will be amen. And then after that, he will introduce himself and like, have you guys talked to him about how you want to be introduced? Like this is okay.
I'm not sure that we spoke to him specifically about that. Not sure.
Because I'll make him a note for that as well.
Okay.
So Bruce Edwards and Keeli'S.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right.
So when we get it for this part that you're speaking of, then Brian and we're gonna say at 32.
Yes. Same thing. Yeah. And this time will be, so you have time to play the whole time. This will be the moment when you guys turn around to go out, that you'll want your play back.
Okay.
Okay.
So
So
then I'll
that'll
get
be-
the whole pay for you.
Yep.
And I'll hand it to you. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And Sherry actually spoke of making 2 bouquets, one to throw and one to keep. So,
Perfect.
yeah.
Good. Okay. Awesome.
Okay.
So for communion, it'll be, everyone will kind of just be seated in their spots, unless they're coming up and then they'll go back to their spot. So you can just sit and, yeah. So the only time you're standing up here are going to be at the very beginning, during the vows, and then again at the very end. So you've got priority, like distinct spots to stand. And then, so we'll announce you as husband and wife. The church doesn't usually say you make us the bride. I don't know if Father Sean does. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But if he says, presenting Mr. Bruce Edwards and getting beer, then that's your chance to kiss. Okay. So they'll kiss, people will clap. It'll be very exciting. The music will start playing, and then you guys will start processing out.
Okay.
For the procession out, super simple. Just like.
Okay.
The photographer.
Okay, but is there an order, like they step down first and we follow?
Yes, so just they will walk out, and I want them all the way out before you guys walk out. Partially because sometimes the photographer likes to get a kiss in like the middle of the aisle, things like that. So that gives you just plenty of time, you don't have people backing up behind you, So you guys can both walk out all the way. In terms of signing the marriage license, usually what we do is we go out and go down and around, but there are some light steps over here, so I'm just going to be reading on on it if you guys want to do that, or if you want to like, we could even have you just sneak up on the stairs a little bit, give a little bit of a wall, like, yes, go out, and come back, it's like a license, either way, it's fine.
Well, I will be in heels probably, and I'm a little concerned about walking in dress. So whatever is easiest, that's what I would run.
Okay, yeah, I think we're gonna have you slip up the stairs then, a little bit, just to get you, like, we'll have you walk out and then kind of just slip off to the side, and just wait, and we'll get, most of the people kind of out, or even if there's a pause, either way, sometimes people like don't move very quickly afterwards. A lot of times they'll just process out because they're like, great, we're going. If they don't move, then I'll just say, hey, great, come on forward. We'll just sign a license in front of them.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So I still have a question. So when they step off and they proceed down the aisle, we stay in place. We
Yes.
don't follow them.
Right.
Okay.
Not right away. You'll wait until they get to the very end. So you can watch them move process out, you know, everyone will be coming and cheering and all that. And then once you see them get to the end of the aisle, then you guys can then process out after that.
Okay.
I will need you to stay with them so we can bring everybody back all at once to sign their license and all
Right.
as the witnesses.
Okay.
And then, unless if you guys start moving out, then everybody else does also.
So I would stay over there around the curb vicinity where she's off to the side.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. And I'll be in the back too, so I'll get you guys up off to the side, and because people will always feel for something, so we'll be like, oh my God, they're coming out, and
Yeah.
we're just signing.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Good.
Awesome. Just a note, I know it's early tomorrow, so I don't have to say this, but please don't drink alcohol beforehand, just to make sure that you guys are fully free and able to make your commitment.
Yes.
And then please drink a lot of water, because we're at 9,000 feet, and so it's really easy to get dehydrated, even if it doesn't feel like it. So, and then I think you already know the bathrooms are only in the other building, they're not here. So make sure you're out there.
Okay to have, well, I guess it's okay to have coffee and everything before,
Yes.
like in the coffee shop.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
If you're receiving communion, the church does ask that you make the hour fast.
Wow.
But other than that, like, yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So I know where the bride's room is for me to get ready in.
Yes.
But does these go to one of the bathrooms?
Yeah, or you can come dressed. Most of my groups come dressed. It's not a big deal. But I think you're coming up from Boulder, is that right? Boulder. Okay. So it's about an hour. So, yeah. So if you want to change your, I would use bathroom because it's just it's not a space to get changed in because our room is open here all the time. So it's not like a storage. Right. It's not like it's not like its own room. It's not just a hangout spot. It's not very bright. Awesome. Any questions? Anything you want to rerun through?
So any time that we're sitting here, it looks like some more than once. We do that here, just go down here.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. And I mean, if you forget that, it doesn't matter. The main thing would just be aware of the rest of the on it, you know, and take it slow. There's no reason to rush any of it tomorrow, so whatever you need to do, especially if you're worried about walking the rest, just really take it slow. You know, okay? Don't be worried about it. It's totally fine.
Yeah.
Even a little bit,
When you're walking, you just nice and slow. Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right. And if I forget anything, And then that whole right now, we're doing that right now. So I would say, yeah. So, yeah, right. Right. So, and then people wonder because if you didn't move, then nobody else might move because they're like, well, no, still go. Right, exactly. Yeah. So they're very. So gifts are usually in the chapel. Do you guys have, are you guys having yours? Yes. So the gifts are usually of what you guys because here's the some people are trying to ceremony. Okay. I don't know, because we do have, I guess there's, do you guys have people break up? Or do you want me to have those? Because if I need spaces to come for this, I can look at that table. So you have space for this look and have a welcome, but not necessarily for this. But if you increase it, the all radius here, then I do have a little bit more space back there.
Well, what Father Sean told me was that there would be no bringing up of the, like, offertory.
Okay.
There would be no collection, there would be none of that.
Oh, okay, great. Then,
So-
then that table is yours to do this one.
Okay.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
That's easy.
I
So that there can be something like this.
yeah, that's what
Yeah.
she's saying.
Yeah, if it's a really big gift, you probably can have it at the table.
Yeah.
But if they're smaller gifts, then they shouldn't be.
Okay, very good. And so then I can just kind of move that stuff out.
Yeah, we'll take it out. And then you might have boxes to pack.
Okay, very good. We have pew decoration. Everybody there, we sent that to you. You said, yeah, that's fine. Yep.
I think we're good to go. And you guys will be here at 8. And then I'll show up at 9, make sure everything's ready to go. Okay. I'll check in with you then, make sure everything's going well.
Great, okay.
Super perfect. Awesome. Yeah, take a deep breath.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Very good.
All right.
Awesome. I thank you for your welcome already.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about this planning it for like over a year.
I know.
Yeah. And now it's here. So.
Yeah.